Okay, let's talk about the hepatitis B virus. We'll talk about what is hepatitis B virus, what kind of disease hepatitis B virus cause, what is the incubation period, what are the symptoms, and the life cycle of hepatitis B virus. So let's begin. I told you earlier that the hepatitis A virus generally causes acute infection, where hepatitis B, C, and D causes chronic infection. And whenever we hear this term hepatitis, we always know that there is something linked with the liver, because these viruses choose liver cell or hepatocytes as their host cell. What are the general properties? A highly contagious liver infection caused by this hepatitis, in this case it's a hepatitis B virus. Again, contagious infection by hepatitis B virus. You can clearly see it affects the liver cell of our body, because that's the host cell for them. So what disease it caused? Serious liver infection that's easily preventable by a vaccine, and we have a vaccine to prevent against hepatitis B. Hepatitis B can be life-threatening, it can be dangerous compared to hepatitis A, and it's also infectious, but it can be treated with proper, it can be prevented with proper vaccination. What is the structure of hepatitis B virus? It is small but is very well equipped virus, because this virus not only contains the genetic material and a protein capsid, but also it contains its own enzymes that helps this virus to start replication and doing its job the moment it enters the host cell. So this is how it looks like. You can clearly see how it looks like, right? And you can see that the infection of HBV, this is the structure. It's a spherical virus, first of all, double shelled structure of 42 nanometer in diameter. So it's a little bigger than hepatitis A virus. Okay, little bigger than hepatitis A, 42 nanometer in diameter, and it's spherical. Okay, it's not icosahedral, it's spherical, and it has double shell. You can see double shell. This is the red colored shell, and there is another shell outside. So this is the structure from a different angle, where you can see that the nucleocapsid is actually icosahedral, but the rest of the overall viral structure is spherical. It consists of a lipid envelope containing HBs antigen and surrounded by an inner nucleocapsid composed of hepatitis B core antigen. So inside of which we have this, which is known as a hepatitis B core antigen here, and outside we have a HBs antigen or normal hepatitis B antigen. Okay, and it has a complex structure because it has like this, they have this genetic material that encodes polymerase and the viral DNA genome. So inside of which we have the viral DNA genome, as well as it carries a DNA polymerase enzyme, its own DNA polymerase enzyme inside. So you can see the nucleocapsid itself looks like icosahedral, but it has two different shell. Okay, two different shell outside, this red one and then outside one. So this first cell is HBC antigen and the other one is HBs antigen. Okay, so these are the structures, how it looks like. You can see the sphere and tubule structures and all this, and HBs antigen is surrounding this whole spherical structure, 42 nanometer in diameter. What is the genetic material? Partially double-stranded DNA with highly complex genome organization is present in hepatitis B, and this is something really unique, because either virus contains a single generally it contains a single-stranded plus or minus stranded RNA or a double-stranded DNA, but this one contains a partially double-stranded DNA. Okay, and then if you look at the classification of this virus, it starts with the family Hepadinoviridae or hepatitis causing adenoviridae. So Hepadinoviridae. Species hepatitis B virus, genus Orthohepana virus, and class is Riftraviricets. Now, what is the incubation period? If symptoms occur, they begin average of 90 days. On average, 90 days time is taken. So it's pretty long time for an infection to find out its cause. 90 days, generally ranging from 60 days to 150 days. So 2 to 3 months time taken for this virus to incubate, and then it creates the symptoms or shows the symptoms of the disease. Okay, and this is really unique again compared to the hepatitis A virus. What is the route of infection? The route of infection is most commonly spread exposure to infected bodily fluid. Any kind of bodily fluid is involved with it. Okay, and that also spreads via the sexual contact because that contains bodily fluid involvement. Okay, so saliva, semen, blood, and all these components through which it can be transferred. Symptoms are variable, including yellowing of the eyes, abdominal pain, and dark urine, and along with that there are paleness in the body. Some people, particularly children, don't experience any symptoms, but in chronic cases there will be liver failure because this virus infects the hepatocytes or liver cells. It causes liver cell damage, and ultimately if it's untreated in chronic cases it can lead to cancer or scarring of that liver. The condition often clears up on its own. Chronic cases requires medication and possibly a liver transplantation if the liver condition is very, very bad. So let's look at the life cycle now. So this is the HBV, hepatitis B virus. We have talked about HAV and the replication process earlier. So HBV, we know it contains an envelope outside. So it has a clear envelope fusion to the host cell, and that gives the entry to the nucleocapsid inside the host cell. Then uncoating takes place, and after the uncoating, the kind of circular type DNA, you can see the single partially double bonded circular type DNA takes entry inside the nucleus of the host cell, and along with that what else is entered? The DNA polymerase. Now this DNA polymerase makes multiple copy of this DNA. You can see multiple copy of the DNA is being produced here by the viral by the viral DNA polymerase. Okay, so now as they make more and more this cccDNA, now this DNA is used to make mRNA transcripts, and these mRNA transcripts are transported to the cytoplasm, and they are translated into different structural proteins, as well as they are translated into the DNA polymerase for the virus. So all these structures are produced. So now from these smaller fragments of this RNA, we make reverse transcription to make negative strand synthesis, and using the negative strand as a template it makes a positive strand. So that's how two different strands are prepared, and both the strands are prepared, and then recycling of nucleocapsid is done for a latency effect, because this virus can have two different impact. One is the latency, that means it can stay there for a while, or second thing is the lytic cycle, where it will crack the cell open and come out as a viral particle. So if it wants to go under latency, then after forming fully formed double stranded DNA, then the nucleocapsid will be again recycled. So again the DNA will be inserted inside the nucleus, and the whole process continue like this. Okay, whole process will continue like this. And if it wants to come out, then the positive strand DNA synthesis once done, then it takes the route via the vesicle, and formation of the vesicle, it takes out some part of the host cell membrane as an envelope content, and it comes out of the cell by taking some portion of the cell membrane outside. So this is how HBV RNA virion look like particle secretion. So they start secreting as a particle, but yes, they can present as a lytic cycle and also lysogenic. Lysogenic means in this case we don't call it lytic lysogenic, we generally call it for virus, phage virus, but in this case we call it latency. Okay, so it has a latency period that can be always continued. That's why sometimes it takes even more than 2-3 months to cause manifestation of symptoms. Okay, even after the infection. So that's all about hepatitis B virus. It's a serious virus causing illness to the liver, and if it becomes chronic and if it's not treated at a proper time, then it can cause liver damage, severe liver damage, and can cause scarring of the liver, cirrhosis of the liver. It can also cause cancer at the end. So that's all about hepatitis B virus and hepatitis B virus life cycle. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like that in future. Thank you.